novo samba. Quero de novo samba. Tristeza, por favor, vai embora. Minha alma que chora está vendo meu fim. Fez do meu coração a sua moradia. Já é demais o meu penar. Quero voltar àquela vida de alegria. Quero de novo sambar. Quero de novo sambar. Quero de novo sambar.
I am Maggie DeMarchi, and this is the Brazilian programming for the Multicultural channel presented to you by the Brazilian Association in Winnipeg. Today I am bringing 3 Brazilian musicians, celebrities already, and we will be talking to them a little bit about their experience here in Winnipeg, in the music scene. Winnipeg is a very multicultural place. We are at the heart of the nation, and we have famous people from everywhere. So today I bring to you 3 Brazilians famous. I will start, I have here Marco Castillo, that has been here for 13 years. I will talk to him a little bit about his experience. Luana Cunha, who is part of the Sarau Carioca. She sings a lot in different places, bossa nova and samba. And I have here Umberto Dantas, also new here, only 3 months in Manitoba, already becoming famous here in the Multicultural channel. So I will have a few questions for each one of them, and then they will play more for us. So I will start with Marcos, because he's the seniors here, right? 13 years in Manitoba, already famous. Everybody knows Marco. He has got several awards and he has some recording made here in Manitoba. So Marcos, I will start asking you, how is it to be a musician in Winnipeg, Manitoba?
Well, being a musician in Winnipeg, Manitoba is like being a musician any place in the world, right? It's kind of a mission, and yeah. I'm here for 13 years, and I record 3 albums. I got an award. I'm playing festivals, touring, and very active on the music community. And I feel very privileged being here and having the chance to share my music and culture.
What was the challenge when you started?
Besides the minus 40? Well, the challenge for me was to learn about the culture, the Canadian culture, and English, of course. Is not my first language. I have Spanish as a second language, which helped me a lot in the very beginning, because I started right away. I performed with some Latin groups, singing in Spanish and playing percussion. Then I put my band together, Brazilian Beats. I have been playing the jazz festivals for 10 years in a row, but the big challenge, I'll say, I think, is the culture. We have a very different culture from Brazil. If you compare, right, Brazil and Canada, North America in general, I think the culture is very different. So that's something that I'm still, even on simple, in the speaking, some manners that we talk in English. It seems, at least for me on the beginning, I was feeling it was a kind of a personal thing. When people say, I don't care, you feel like they don't care but it's nothing personal. They don't care because they don't care. It's not, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm being, clear, but that's my feeling. Culture, probably the culture shock is the biggest challenge.
So when people say I don't care, it's not that they don't care about you, it's that they are busy with something else. Or
Exactly,
that's
exactly.
not in the focus
Those
at the
things that you
moment.
start learning,
Yeah.
like the time is very valuable. Not that it's not in Brazil, but I think we have different systems that makes you understand differently, like the value of the every minute and every second,
Yeah.
I'll say.
Now, I know you come from famous Brazilian musician, and I know that your mother, when you arrived here, your mother was my friend already, and she would call everybody. She would call everybody to tell, my son is coming, he has a show, everybody has to go. And I went to many shows when you arrived because she would call and make the appointment, right? So
Yeah, she should be my manager, right? Yeah, I love your mom. She's awesome. Yeah, my mom, she came in the 80s. Actually, my uncle, her brother came in the 80s and my mother came in 2000. I have no pretension to come to Canada. At the time I was in Brazil, like playing, performing. I have my studio and I was touring with some artists and doing my music. And then I started thinking, talking to them in Canada, I started considering, and then so finally we made our way, one-way ticket. And I don't regret a hair. I love, and Winnipeg especially is a wonderful place. I think it's very supportive in terms of arts in general, like not only music, but all kind of art. It's a multicultural country. I think I love Winnipeg. I mean, with the -40, everybody asks me, so how do you left like Rio de Janeiro? So they have that tourist vision of Brazil, right? Like and Rio, is a wonderful place, right? But it's just you decide to change, right? Things and my daughter was my motivation because she was at the time she was 8 years old. She's 21 now. Wow. I know, yeah.
Time goes by. Thank you, Marcos. So,
You're
Luana,
very welcome.
I have been thinking about a question to ask you. You started a Winnipeg-based duo with Marcos Martins, another guitarist like Marco. What motivated you to start your own musical group, the Sarau Carioca?
Sarau Carioca. Yeah, so I've been living here in Winnipeg for 4 years, but I already was a singer in Brazil, and Marcos was a musician in Brazil as well. So I met him 2 years ago, and we just decided, because I play too. I have a piano, and I had just bought a piano, and I invited him to my house to sing some songs with me. I knew he was a musician, and we had the connection, and then we decided to start the duo because we love bossa nova, we love samba, and we want to keep working with music. So I think it was just perfect. Yeah.
How was that to get your first contract, your first gig, like they say here?
Yeah. Oh, it was just funny because we were not sharing about our work. How we started was very interesting. We were playing and we were sharing some videos on YouTube and Instagram, and we got calls from restaurants and people who want to listen us and inviting us to perform. So our first gig, actually we didn't look for that. They just called us. And I posted a video on Instagram, and there's one guy, his name is Sam, and he has the Which Police Radio podcast. It's a podcast when he has interviews with lots of local musicians, and he saw our video and liked us and invited us to an interview. And we had the interview, and from there, many people started to call us. And then we started the website and everything, but it was amazing. We sent an email to a restaurant in a Friday, and Monday you got the answers, and we are just very amazed to get it.
Very good, yeah. Excellent. Good information for you guys who want to sing in Winnipeg. If you do something good, people will come to you.
Yeah.
Now, before I go to my next guest, I would like to hear another music. Can we do another one?
Absolutely.
For sure, yeah.
Okay.
Isso aqui é pouquinho de Brasil, iaiá. Esse Brasil que canta e é feliz, feliz, feliz.
Também um pouco de uma raça que não tem medo de fumaça e não se entrega, não. jeito nas cadeiras que ela sabe dar. Olha só o remeleixo que ela sabe dar. Olha o jeito nas cadeiras que ela sabe dar. Olha só o remeleixo que ela sabe dar. Morena boa que me faz penar, põe a sandália de prata e vem pro samba, samba. Morena boa que me faz penar, põe a sandália de prata e vem pro samba, samba.
Isso aqui é um pouquinho de Brasil, ia, ia. Esse Brasil que canta e é feliz, feliz, feliz.
É também um pouco de uma raça que não tem medo de fumaça, ai, ai, e não se entrega, não. Olha o jeito nas cadeiras que ela sabe dar. Olha só o remeleixo que ela sabe dar. Olha o jeito nas cadeiras que ela sabe dar. Olha só o remeleixo que ela sabe dar. Morena boa que me faz penar, põe a sandália de prata e vem pro samba, samba. Morena boa que me faz penar, põe a sandália de prata e vem pro samba, samba.
Samba, oh, samba, oh, samba, oh, samba, oh, samba, oh, isso aqui,
Thank you. Now I'm going to talk to Umberto Dantas. Umberto is a student in criminal law here at the University of Manitoba? Winnipeg, all right. And, but he's a musician, so I want to ask you where the music will take you in your career.
Since I started to play piano and keyboard, kind of alternating, piano and keyboard, I was 11, and by the time I got to 18, I started to play all over the place. I played in church, I played in receptions, wedding receptions, and many other official events, ceremonies, until then I got this kind of business working for the Society of Natal in Brazil. Got really busy. That's how I made some of my money. And so when in 2011, I met my wife Isa, and we have decided to come to go to a place. But I was in that time. At the time, I was going to a cruise ship. So I spent a few years playing the cruise ship, and in 2015, we finally decided to come to Winnipeg. She came first, and I came later on in 2016 with her last year, and then we finally arrived in Winnipeg this year. But I could say that the music and the law has been, my passion. And so I have a bachelor in law degree, and I'm just continuing my studies in criminal justice, and that will be for the next 4 years, pretty much. And I hope we have plans to settle down in Winnipeg.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the most important facts that happened to us when we arrived here was the contact that we made with a Rotary Club and some other friends. The Rotary, for example, they introduced us to some events that they have during the year. One of them is the Peace Days, which is held on every year around September. But they also have the 365 days, which is along the year. They have many events, basically bringing the peace. And the Rib Fest that is going to happen now on August 23, 24, and 25th. So, and other events that we promote the music and peace. So that's how the music, it's also part of my life here. And also as a musician in senior residences too, which I've been playing for 1 hour. Every week I have some place to go and play for 1 hour.
So you're bringing music to the elderly of Winnipeg.
Exactly, yes.
And
They
some
love
light
it.
to their lives.
Just today I did, and it
Nice.
was a lovely performance, and in a really, really nice audience.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. So there is something that I find that always come up when I'm interviewing people here, all newcomers. And it comes like the connections, how important it is. So Marco had his mother here, and Luana met some friends like Marco and got something together, you Rotary Club. So this, I think, is a message important when you get here. You have to connect yourself to people that can help you to get where you want to go, right? And if you connect with the right people, you'll be able to get faster. Like, I consider myself a connector. I am here to connect people. I'm so happy I am connecting the three of you together. And I have a couple more questions before we finish, but I would like to hear another music.
Vou te contar, meus olhos já não podem ver coisas que só o coração pode entender. Fundamental é mesmo o amor, é impossível ser feliz sozinho. O resto é mar, é tudo que eu não sei contar. São coisas lindas que eu tenho pra mostrar. Vem de mansinho a brisa e me diz, é impossível ser feliz sozinho. Da primeira vez era a cidade, da segunda ao cais a eternidade. Agora eu já sei da onda que se ergueu no mar e das estrelas que esquecemos de contar. O amor se deixa surpreender enquanto a noite vem nos envolver.
cidade.
Da segunda ao cais, eternidade. Agora eu já sei da onda que se ergueu no mar e das estrelas que esquecemos de contar. O amor se deixa surpreender enquanto a noite vem nos envolver.
Now I have to ask you, if people want to see you playing, where should they go? Let's start by Marco.
Well, I have several gigs. You can visit my website. It's the most trustable thing to see. I play different gigs in restaurants. I play festivals. I'm all over the place. So just visit www.marcocastillo.ca and you'll find the places.
Full calendar. Perfect. Yeah. Luana?
We also have a website, saraucarioca.com, but we always post our gigs on our Instagram. So yeah, and we always play in Prairie restaurants.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. How will find you in Instagram?
Sarau Carioca.
Okay.
At Sarau Carioca. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about you, Umberto?
Well, since I'm being involved in volunteering, I would say that if you want to see me play and many other musicians, and I hope maybe Marco and Luana could come too, we have a great opportunity now on August 24th and 25th. That will be the Rib Fest, which is really, I have my clue here, so.
Is it if it is to eat ribs, I will be there.
Yeah, it's not, it's gonna be, this is like 3 world-class ribbers featuring young ribs, pulled pork, barbecue chicken, beans, slow
how can I'm gonna miss it?
That's gonna be at the Forks.
Okay.
So that's gonna be an awesome place to go with the family, and by the way, the ribs are delicious.
So everyone,
Yeah.
what about Brazilian music with ribs?
Yeah.
I am all for it.
Absolutely, and Marco and Luana is already invited to come, and that will be the Peace Days Festival too. That it's held by the Rotary Club, and this is started 10 years ago with 50 people listen to a music concert, and now we have more than 10,000 people going to the Peace Days. This is something that the Rotary have each year. And then this, there's a lot of things that I could say here, but we don't have time.
Yeah.
So I just check on the website, Peace Days, and by Rotary Club, and then you can see all the information there.
Sure.
And
We will
it's
check it
a
out.
wonderful event. I think everyone should participate.
Thank you. Now, to close, there are musicians maybe listening to us now in Brazil, anywhere in the world, like not now, but they will be seeing this show. And what advice would you give to a musician who will think, oh, maybe I should go to Winnipeg, -40, but lots of shows and events, maybe I should go there. What would you tell them?
So you're starting with me?
Yeah, always.
Well, first, before we close, I would like to say thank you, Maggie, because I think you're doing an amazing job connecting people. So I'm very pleased to be here with those 2 wonderful, talented people. And I will say, just believe in your dreams. Music is something very abstract. It is, and the music career is something that there's no, I'll say. There's no formula, right? Like you have to find your way to do your things. I believe on that, and so I'll say just like come.
Get a big jacket, right, for -40, and then come.
It's very important before saying that, like going back to what I say on the beginning, that you have to make sure what you want to do, like if because I have seen people like coming here and going back to Brazil. So like you have to be prepared for the culture change. You have to really get yourself like thinking, like serious about like what you're doing. And music again is something that it's a kind of a crazy career. I mean, like I still getting questions, even like having everything I have done. Like people asking me, oh, but what's your day job? I said, well, I'm a 24/7 musician. So and people still ask, but what do you do for a living? Just like I live as a musician. Of course, I teach music and everything, but it's kind of for some people still like that kind of a right is something that, and here in Canada again. That's one of the culture difference that I think people here they respect a lot the arts and music, maybe more than Brazil. I will say that for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
So thank you, Marco. Luana, what would be your advice for somebody?
I also want to say thank you for the invitation. And I want to say we are missing Marcos a lot here. Marcos Martins is the guitar player who plays with me. He is an amazing guitar player, and I am enjoying a lot being playing with him. So I would say actually the same. I think you need to be prepared, and being a singer is a gift. Is something that you are. So it doesn't matter where you are. You're gonna be a singer. You're gonna be a musician. And I think when you decided to play Brazilian music in other country, it's nice too, because people don't know our music. So it's an opportunity to share with the world our roots, what we really are. So maybe for the Brazilian community might be one more song, but we had the experience before when we played to the Canadian, or not only Canadian, but people from other countries. We have people all over the world in Winnipeg. They are just amazed when we sing, and for us it's normal, but for them it's something very different, and it's
like
very
it.
good to make the difference here.
Yeah.
Thank
I'd like
you.
to point that I think we have, not bragging, but we have one of the most wonderful music in the world, like Tom Jobim, from Tom Jobim to Villa-Lobos, the classic music and the popular music. It's just, I was reading recently the biography of João Gilberto. It's like ridiculous what they have done for our music. It's just like so many things. It's not, and it's just unbelievable. He's one of the most important musicians that we ever had. We just lost him recently, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But he's the one who brought the bossa nova to the world, and he, I mean, yeah, it's. So we have wonderful music. Yeah.
Cornerstone.
Thank you.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do you have to say to someone, like, look at you, you are here as a student, but you have the music inside and you're just putting it out there.
Well, that's the magic of the music. The music always, it leads me wherever I want to go. I'm here because of the music. My previous work as a musician, cruise ships and churches, weddings, even funerals, all that stuff helped me to come here. And but once you're here, you have to decide, if the music, in my case, is going to be like Marco, the 24/7 way of living, which is, I dream with that, but unfortunately, that's not my reality. But I want to say thank you for your invitation, and it's been a long time since I've been playing with musicians like them, and it's a great honor to be here. And I will say not to the professionals, but also young musicians, here in Winnipeg we have a program with the Rotary Club called Winnipeg One Voice. It's especially dedicated for immigrants, and immigrants, sons and daughters, the kids. And so you can engage in this program, actually, and give your voice from your country, not only from Brazil, but for other countries too. And we can put everybody on the stage and share the wonderful moment of being attached and connected by the music. So my advice is never give up, just let the music flow inside of you, and you're going to be like Marcos and Luana.
Thank you.
It's okay to have a day job too. A lot of musicians, they have.
Marcos have a day job.
Yeah.
That's why he's not here
Exactly.
today. So
I'm the
Marcos,
only one that don't.
we missed you. Marcos Martins, we missed you. We had Marco Castillo here to do the music with Luana, but we missed you.
With the blessings of John Gilberto. Right?
There you go. So I am very grateful that you could be here today. I am so happy that we have you in Winnipeg, and if I want to hear some Brazilian music, I go Fridays to Hermanos to listen to Marcos over there. I thank you all. I thank you Multicultural Channel again for giving us this opportunity, and the Brazilian Association in Winnipeg for making this all possible. And I hope to see you all again. And now let's enjoy a little bit more of this wonderful Brazilian music.
Podem me chamar e me pedir e me rogar, e podem mesmo falar mal, picar de mal que não faz mal. Podem preparar milhões de festas ao luar, que eu não vou ir, melhor nem pedir, eu não vou ir, não quero ir. E também podem me intrigar, e até sorrir e até chorar, e podem mesmo imaginar o que melhor lhes parecer. Podem espalhar que estou cansado de viver, e é uma pena para quem me conheceu. Eu sou mais você e eu. me chamar e me pedir e me rogar, e podem mesmo falar mal, ficar de mal que não faz mal. Podem preparar milhões de festas ao luar, eu não vou ir, melhor nem pedir, eu não vou ir, não quero ir. E também podem me intrigar e até pedir, até chorar, e podem mesmo imaginar o que melhor lhes parecer. Podem espalhar que estou cansado de viver, e é uma pena para quem me conheceu. Eu sou mais você.
Eu estava pensando em mais que nada porque o samba está animado e o que eu quero é sambar. Este samba que é misto de maracatu, samba de preto velho, samba de preto duro. Mas que nada, um samba como esse tão legal, você não vai querer que eu chegue no final. Oh, ariaio, oba, oba, oba. Oh, 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 ai, ai, oh. Oba, oba, oba.
Eis aqui este sambinha feito numa nota só. Outras notas vão entrar, mas a base é uma só. Esta outra é consequência do que acabo de dizer. Como eu sou a consequência inevitável de você. Tanta gente existe por aí que fala tanto e não diz nada, ou quase nada. Já me utilizei de toda escala e no final não sobrou nada. Não deu em nada e eu voltei pra minha nota. Como eu volto pra você, vou cantar como uma nota. Como eu gosto de você. E quem quer todas as notas, ré, mi, fá, sol, lá, si, dó, fica sempre sem nenhuma, fique numa nota só. Eis aqui este sambinha feito numa nota só. Outras notas vão entrar, mas a base é uma só. Esta outra é consequência do que acabo de dizer. Começou a consequência inevitável de você. Tanta gente existe por aí que fala tanto e não diz nada, ou quase nada. Já me utilizei de toda escala e no final não sobrou nada. Não deu em nada e eu voltei pra minha nota. Como eu volto pra você, vou cantar como uma nota. Como eu gosto de você. E quem quer todas as notas, ré, mi, fá, sol, lá, si, dó,